The early 21st century witnessed a seismic shift in the global economic landscape. The world was no longer dominated solely by Western powers. A new group of countries with rapidly growing economies and increasing global influence emerged on the world stage. This group, initially coined BRIC by economist Jim O'Neill in 2001, signified the rise of Brazil, Russia, India, and China as economic powerhouses. In 2010, South Africa joined the bloc, solidifying its presence on the global stage and leading to the formal adoption of the acronym BRICS. The emergence of BRICS marked a turning point in international relations. It challenged the existing global order, which had long been dominated by developed nations. BRICS countries, with their vast populations, abundant resources and burgeoning economies, represented a new center of gravity in the global economy. Their rise signaled a move away from a unipolar world dominated by the West toward a more multipolar system where power is distributed among several key players. The formation of BRICS was not merely an economic alliance, but also a reflection of these nations' shared aspirations for a more equitable and multipolar world order. These countries, each with their unique history and political systems, found common ground in their desire for greater representation and influence in global decision-making processes. They sought to reform international institutions like the United Nations, the International Monetary Fund, and the World Bank, which they believed did not adequately reflect the interests of developing nations. The rise of BRICS has had profound implications for the global economy and international politics. It has led to a shift in economic power, with BRICS countries becoming major players in global trade and investment. Their growing influence has also been felt in international forums, where they have become increasingly assertive in advocating for their interests and shaping the global agenda. The BRICS nations, despite their geographical spread and diverse cultures, are united by common aspirations for economic development and a greater role in global affairs. Brazil, with its vast natural resources and agricultural prowess, sought to leverage its economic growth into greater regional and global influence. Russia, seeking to reclaim its status as a great power after the collapse of the Soviet Union, aimed to diversify its economy and strengthen its geopolitical standing. India, with its burgeoning IT sector and massive population, aspired to become a global economic powerhouse and a leading voice in international forums. China, experiencing unprecedented economic growth, aimed to translate its economic might into political clout, challenging the established global order. South Africa, the newest member of the bloc, brought its unique perspective as a gateway to the African continent, advocating for greater representation and development opportunities for developing nations. Each member brought its strengths to the table, creating a formidable bloc with the potential to reshape the global landscape. Despite their shared aspirations, the BRICS nations also face significant challenges. These include internal economic disparities, political instability, and territorial disputes. Overcoming these challenges is crucial for BRICS to realize its full potential and achieve its goals of sustainable development and greater global influence. The success of BRICS lies in its ability to leverage the collective strengths of its members while addressing their individual challenges. By fostering cooperation, promoting dialogue, and embracing their diversity, the BRICS nations can navigate the complexities of the 21st century world and emerge as a driving force for a more just and equitable global order. The primary objectives of BRICS revolve around reshaping the global order to be more representative and equitable. These nations advocate for a multipolar world where power is distributed more evenly, moving away from a system dominated by Western powers. This includes reforming international institutions like the United Nations, the International Monetary Fund, and the World Bank to give developing countries a greater voice in decision-making processes. Economic cooperation forms a cornerstone of the BRICS agenda. The bloc aims to enhance trade and investment among its members, promote financial stability, and foster innovation and technological advancement. Key initiatives include the establishment of the new Development Bank, a multilateral development bank aimed at financing infrastructure and sustainable development projects in emerging economies, and the Contingent Reserve Arrangement, a mechanism to provide financial stability support to members facing balance of payments difficulties. BRICS nations also recognize the importance of addressing global challenges collectively. They advocate for multilateralism and dialogue in resolving conflicts, combating terrorism, and tackling climate change. The bloc emphasizes the need for a rules-based international order, but one that is fair, inclusive, and responsive to the needs of all nations. Through their collective efforts, BRICS nations aim to create a more just and equitable world order that benefits all countries, not just a select few. Their focus on cooperation, development, and a multipolar world order represents a significant departure from the traditional power dynamics that have shaped international relations for decades. The emergence of BRICS has had a profound impact on the global economy and international politics. These countries have become major engines of global growth, accounting for a significant share of global GDP and trade. Their rising middle classes and increasing consumer spending have created new markets and opportunities for businesses worldwide. The bloc has also become a major player in global investment, with BRICS nations investing heavily in infrastructure, energy, and technology projects across the developing world. In the realm of international politics, BRICS has emerged as a vocal advocate for reform of the global governance system. They have called for greater representation of developing countries in international institutions and a more equitable distribution of power in global decision-making processes. Their growing influence is evident in the increasing number of international forums where BRICS nations play a prominent role, shaping the global agenda on issues ranging from climate change to trade to security. However, the BRICS bloc also faces criticism and challenges. Some critics argue that the group is too diverse to be effective, with its members holding vastly different political systems and foreign policy objectives. Others point to the internal challenges faced by some BRICS nations, such as poverty, inequality, and corruption, as obstacles to their ability to play a truly transformative role on the world stage. Despite these challenges, the influence of BRICS on the global economy and international politics is undeniable. As these nations continue to grow in economic and political might, their role in shaping the 21st century world order is only set to increase. Their commitment to multipolarity, cooperation, and a more just and equitable global system represents a significant shift in the global balance of power and a potential harbinger of a new era in international relations.